Hi, I'm Mark Gordon, Chief of Police at Oakland University. Since I began my career over 25 years ago, there's been a lot of changes in university policing. One of those changes involves the manner in which colleges and universities report their crime statistics to the federal government so that new students and their families can make educated decisions about where they would like to attend. The person responsible for those changes is Jeanne Cleary. Jeanne Cleary was a 19-year-old student at Lehigh University in 1986 and was murdered in her dorm room by another student. Her parents believe she would have been more cautious had she known about other violent crimes at Lehigh University, so they fought to have statutes put in place which require universities to report their crime stats publicly. In 1990, a federal statute was put in place which requires all colleges and universities that participate in federal financial aid programs to keep and disclose information about crime on and near their respective campuses. Compliance is monitored by the United States Department of Education, which can impose civil penalties up to $35,000 per violation against institutions for each infraction and can suspend institutions from participating in federal student financial aid programs. Some highly publicized cases where universities were fined due to non-compliance with the Cleary Act include Penn State and the coach Jerry Sandusky sex scandal due to the university not reporting the sexual assaults of several young boys. Another case involved a homicide that occurred at Eastern Michigan University. EMU was fined for failure to notify the community of the gravity of the incident that occurred on campus in 2006. You might be asking yourself, how do I fit into the Cleary Act? Well, the answer is you have been identified as a campus security authority for Oakland University. There are currently over 600 campus security authorities, or CSAs, on campus. A CSA is an official of the university who has significant responsibility for student and campus activities and has the duty to take action or respond to a particular issue on behalf of the institution. Basically, if a crime is reported to you or you become aware that a crime has occurred, you must report it to the Oakland University Police Department. If in doubt, report it. You might be wondering if Cleary is interested in all crimes, and the answer is no. The following is a list of crimes that must be reported: murder and non-negligent manslaughter, negligent manslaughter, forcible sex offenses, robbery, aggravated assault, dating violence, domestic violence, stalking, burglary, motor vehicle theft, arson, liquor, drug, or weapon law violations resulting in arrest, and all hate crimes involving bodily injury, larceny or theft, simple assault, intimidation, destruction, damage, or vandalism of property. So what do you do if a student comes to you and reports that he or she was a victim of a crime? Just get the facts. You're not a detective. You do not have to prove what happened or who is responsible. You're not supposed to find the perpetrator. OUPD will categorize the report. Your job is to get the information the person tells you, and the person reporting the crime can keep their name out of it if they choose. Just let the person know what their options are for reporting to the police. Tell the person how he or she can report anonymously to the OUPD. A person who talks to you may not want to talk to the police, and they don't have to. But tell the person that you, as a CSA, must report the incident but can leave their name out of it when reporting. Offer help. Provide the person with information on reporting to the police department, local resources for assisting victims of sexual assault and other assaults, and procedures for seeking medical help. At the end of this video, you will be asked to sign a form acknowledging the fact that you did receive this training and that you understand your responsibilities as a campus security authority. The Campus Security Authority form can be found by typing www.police.oakland.edu into your browser. On the left-hand side of the site, navigate to the 5th category titled Cleary and Campus Security Authorities. Click on the burgundy sign-off form below the training video to download. Please print off this form and return it to Lieutenant Nicole Thompson at the Oakland University Police Department by either interdepartment mail, scanning and attaching as an email, and emailing to tesky@oakland.edu, or dropping the form off at the Police and Support Services Building, addressed to Lieutenant Thompson. You can also access this training video under the Clery and Campus Security Authority category on the left-hand side of the website. Also found here is the Campus Crime Reporting Form. You can also access the Campus Crime Reporting Form under the Report a Crime section under the video. You can use this form to report a crime to OUPD that is reported to you as a CSA.
What if the crime happens off campus?
Clery is very specific about the geographic location where the crime occurred. If the crime occurred on campus, in an area adjacent to campus, or in one of our off-campus locations, it must be reported. If you're unsure, please contact the OUPD and we will help determine whether or not the incident needs to be reported.
What happens when a person wants to report a crime, but they want to remain anonymous?
As stated earlier, Clery does not mandate that the reporting person be named in the official report. All the police department will need is when the crime occurred, where the crime occurred, and what the actual crime was. If the person reporting the crime wishes to remain anonymous, they can.
I reported a crime to OUPD, and I know it is required to be in the annual campus safety and security statement, but I don't see it in the crime stats. Why not?
We report our crime stats a year out from the date that they were reported to us. What this means is that in 2012, we are actually reporting crimes that occurred in 2011. So the crime you reported will actually show up on next year's annual report.
Do the Clery mandates ever change?
Yes, the mandates for Clery are constantly changing. Recently, there has been changes that include 3 additional crimes that are reportable. They are dating violence, domestic violence, and stalking. In addition, there has been recent changes in the language that defines hate crimes. For reporting purposes, assume that a hate crime is any crime involving a victim selected based on his or her actual or perceived race, gender, religion, national origin, sexual orientation, gender identity, ethnicity, or disability. Your Campus Clery Act coordinators are Chief Mark Gordon and Lieutenant Nicole Thompson. If you need additional information about the Clery Act, please see our website. And thank you for helping keep Oakland University safe.